just arrived, found our campsite for the night, and Chris is getting ready for spearfishing. We've got the beach just in front of us. So what is it?
I think the bait fish out there are being hit by some big fish. I don't know what they are. It's really close to shore though. Got the gulls swooping. Need to get out there and find out what it is. So here I see a baldchin groper. Comes out of nowhere and I take the shot. Get a good holding shot in it. And then when I'm trying to come back to the reef, I get caught in a rip quite badly, which sort of exhausts me. I managed to get out of it. By the time I've come back to shore and made it through the big wall of reef, my float line's tangled really badly. I managed to get to shore, give Ange my gun and my fish, unhook my float line, but it still is trapped in the reef. So this is where it gets a bit tricky. Basically I got smashed up on the way trying to get in, so it broke my knife strap, ripped part of my float line. So here I'm just fighting with that float, trying to untangle it and not have to go back in the water. I end up having to go back out. I managed to unhook it from around the reef, and here you can see me just pretty bloody exhausted after a big old struggle to get back in. Ange is helping out, which is great, but yeah, I'm just totally knackered. I'm not one to give up, so of course I head straight back out there to hunt for some more fish. Here I come across a yellow spotted rock cod, biggest one I've seen. He's kind of protecting his little cave. He spooks at first, saying that I'm quite a bit bigger than he anticipated. So I back off a little bit, give him some space, and he pops his head out and starts flaring his mouth at me. So here I dive in and just plant the spear right between his eyes, which I like to do when I can because obviously it doesn't feel a thing. He was dead on impact. Now this is a pretty big fish. Now, being the GoPro and it being a wide fisheye camera, this fish looks a lot smaller than it actually is. So, 10 minutes in the water. First one, baldchin groper. Not super huge, but perfect size for us. Got smashed up against the reef coming out with it. Ditched my float, which was trying to strangle me. Came back out, and this big old cod opened his mouth at me, and I shot him right between the eyes, dead on impact, no suffering. He's heavy, I'm getting a bicep pump. It is mental out there. Oh, like it must be like the oceans were before there were any fishermen. It's packed. I can't wait to get back out there. But we're gonna have so much fish I won't know what to do with it all. I'll just have to go snorkeling. Oh, so stoked. Today's been a good day.
Good morning. So we're moving. We have decided to settle on the beach.
Oh, so it's so windy everywhere. This is the only sheltered spot. Yeah, we'll cook up some fish here. I'm gonna go in the water soon, but it's pretty damn rough. And we saw a shape in the water. We thought it might have been a fin from a shark. So we got the drone up, but it turned out it was a big manta ray. Had the big cool scoops in front of its face and stuff, so it's definitely a manta. And the water's looking beautiful from the air and not so good from the ground. We'll see.
Please won't help this time. Break the ceiling. It's made of thin glass. Face the feeling. You might not regret.
Beach kitchen ready.
Yeah, looks good. So this is the baldchin groper. We haven't tried it yet. That's just one fillet chopped up into a few pieces. Looks good.
Yeah.
It's nice and fluffy.
Right. Bon appetit! Alright, we've got a little window for snorkeling and spearfishing. The wind died down a little bit, the waves are not as strong, so hopefully we get some good fish for dinner and a good session for me.
The waves looked a little bit suspect to me. They looked like they were getting stronger and stronger, and that might have ruined the visibility for snorkeling. So I went out first so I could give Ange an all clear once I was out there whether it was worth going in. Mine, she doesn't have a protective wetsuit for her legs and arms like I do, so I didn't want her to get smashed up on the reef. So I went out there first. The visibility was terrible, and as you can see, it was really, really rough. So we gave that a miss, and I came back in, and then I went back out later on for a fish.
Welcome to Forever, man. Let's go. Come on. This forever. No surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. Go. And there will be no surrender. Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me J.O.N. to the easy E-N. Know that we undefeated. Y'all are beneath them speeches trying to air a grievance, but his lines are overhead. Better check the air for clearance. Call the tower. This is ours. Clear the heat of air.
Alright, so I got a shark mackerel. Absolute whopper. Luckily it didn't fight me too hard because I got in a pretty good spot. And we got a trevally, big trevally, same school. They were all going for the bait fish that we saw yesterday being attacked. So 2 big fillets there. And this thing's gonna have some huge fillets. Big doggy dog.
Wow! Look at that sunrise! So bringing coffee and breakfast on a little private beach. The wind is not too bad in here. Look at that view! A little private beach that was pretty special. Really nice start of the day so far. Hopefully better than yesterday for me. I became quite sick when Chris came back from the water. I threw up twice for some reason. I'm not too sure exactly why. Potentially like heatstroke. I didn't have enough water. So today the goal is to have more water, stay in the shade, and hopefully more fish for Chris.
Alright, so yesterday we turned our little fridge into a freezer because of how much fish we got. So I've bagged up trevally, the mac, it's mostly mackerel, made a huge amount of food. And then we've still got the cod from the other day and the groper as well. So got a lot of fish to eat. I'll try and still get a few more just to fill the freezer up. Used quite a bit more solar power to get this down to temperature, but hopefully now that it's down at temp, it won't use as much. Check that out, guys.
It's huge.
Look at this old girl. How amazing is that?
What an epic morning!
Yeah, had an awesome little walk this morning up the beach and inland a little bit, and we came across what seems to be a green sea turtle either hatching and burial site. It was bizarre, so we passed 25 or 30 at least.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Big dead sea turtles. They've been dead for a long time. They were mainly bone, but absolutely incredible. It must be where they nest and they come back when they're old and die of old age up there on the beach.
Yeah, so unfortunately it's not the nesting season, which is from around November to April. So not a good timing for us, but hopefully we'll see some when we go up north.
And then we went closer towards where we're based and went past, it must have been like a shark nursery, really shallow piece of reef. You could just see these tiny little sharks darting in and about.
They're quite small, right?
Yeah, quite small, and it looked like they might have been hanging around with some tusk fish, but it was too shallow for us to even get in and snorkel with them, so we got the drone over the top and had a look.
So now the wind looks like it's dying down. We just saw again the Manta ray chilling around. Chris is getting ready. I'm already in my snorkeling gear and we're gonna get in the water.
Yes. Beautiful fish. It'll be good tasting. I think it's a parrotfish. There were tons out there. That'll taste good, a few big fillets on there.
What another eventful day. So the snorkeling was amazing. Chris didn't lie, there are so many fish out there. Beautiful, colorful, like so many. The only thing with this spot is like when you come back, there's like the reef all along the shore. So you have to time it very well so that you don't get smashed by these big waves coming in. So Chris got a parrotfish, we came back to shore, everything was fine. But the second time when we came back, we got hit and I struggled so bad to get back. For some reason I removed my snorkel, got like hit by a wave, like couldn't really breathe, couldn't really tell what was happening, so nearly drowned. Not really, but that was not a really nice experience to finish it with. So hopefully tomorrow the weather will be even nicer. I'll give it a second chance. I'm not gonna let that deter me from the water. But yeah, beautiful spot. The evening, the temperature is not perfect. We're gonna cook dinner soon and we'll see you tomorrow.